I'll leave the introduction to you.
Yep. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Season 5 Ocarina of Time Randomizer Tournament Bracket. We have Losers Bracket Round 3. And representing the left side of the screen today, hailing all the way from Canada, will be Alfalfa. On the right side of the screen, hailing from France, is Gogeta. Woo! On commentary, we will have Ginger and Tobias. Tracking today, we will have Tenacious Toad and Mighty Mouse. And so let's get ready to rumble. Go ahead, commentators.
I'll try my best to follow that up, but oh wow.
They sort of beaten and also lost against.
You might want to say hi one more time. I apparently muted Restream.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Well, hello there. Chat, can you hear us again?
I was looking at the stats screen so I couldn't actually see chat, so I had no idea that we were talking to the ether. How's it going?
I mean, I hope I'm doing well, and I hope chat you are having a fantastic day today as well. It's Alfalfa versus Gogeta tonight. I'm Tobias. With me on comms today is Ginger, Sunny, and I mean, let's have a look at those statistics. So far we can see both of them pretty evenly matched in terms of where they were seated in the tournament. Best time ever of Alfalfa was apparently a 1:36, which is frankly ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not sure what settings those were, but probably not S5. Well, definitely not S5 settings. I think we're pretty sure about that.
I mean, who knows? But
So-
average time, they're pretty evenly matched. And let's take a look at the brackets. Alfalfa ended up in losers bracket. I think
losing
after
to Riley is
losing to Riley is no
Riley.
shame at all.
No, not at all. And same with Gogeta. His only loss was against Goomba. And again, Goomba progressing far in the winners bracket. So, and Alexis and Regia and Wayuso and Zephyr are not easy opponents. So they've done really well to get here. I'm really excited. They've never faced each other before, but in the 15 races, as you can see, Gogeta has won 10-5. So,
well, time for Alfalfa to
bad.
even out to even out those statistics.
Who
Who knows?
It could. It certainly could. We've about a minute till the start, so we should hopefully be seeing what it is. We've got.
And we're seeing it on Gogeta's side right now. We're starting as an adult, and we get the free Song of Storms.
That's nice.
That is not a not a bad song to start with. We're also seeing a free Fire Medallion. So, best case, we only have to enter 5 dungeons today. Who knows?
I mean, that's a very best case, but if that is, then so be it. But no AD for Storms today.
No AD for
still
Storms.
Be AD for Requiem, which is or Nocturne.
Plenty of other places it can be AD for. We'll see. I mean, recently we've seen a seed where it was AD for Bolero, so put that in your pipe and smoke it. We are starting out already, and we are starting in the lake. Immediate divergence as well. Gogeta heading into the lake to do some checks, while Alfalfa is checking out field first.
Interesting. I would probably do field first, but I guess it doesn't really matter because we'd be going that way anyway.
I mean, we're poking around the open grotto a bit here, at least. And Death Mountain Crater on the path to Twin Rova. That was 40 skulls is, I think, dead. And Alfalfa is
Awesome.
progressing to the north.
Yeah. I guess deciding, well, I'll just save respawn here if I need to. And I'm just going to rush Midos, I'm guessing, and then assess
Yep.
from there.
I would assume get
Gogeta's on
to
his
a
way as well.
get to a bit more sane starting position. Getting a few early checks in Kokiri, always a good idea. Who knows, maybe we'll find a scale and we can extend this into river.
And I've seen a lot of seeds recently where river's been pretty important. So
And
if don't go there and it's something.
And even if we can't, we will see. We will probably see the Sacred Forest Meadow song, and a few more hints over there as well. So,
Yep.
let's see what Mido has for us today. Survey says, "Oh, big chest." The immediate reaction of anyone playing some Season 5 seeds.
1 out of 4 having something is not a bad Midos, I guess. It depends what this something is.
We're also getting some cash, and that
It's
was
Nehru's
Nehru's love.
love,
Well,
so-
great. We're getting an early start on meme percent, I guess.
First actual item, and it's Nehru's. This is a promising start. It's baseball and cemetery combined again, so I mean.
Yep, baseball is our race monitor. Cemetery rolled the seed. And Death Mountain Crater still on the path to Twin Rova.
Okay, got that hint twice early on. No other information.
Let's see what the Storm's Grotto has for us. Immediate check for that, of course. And it's a big chest. And another hint, which tells us Bigoron crafts what? Didn't quite catch that.
Well,
And Lord Banana, our savior, has... Bigoron crafts a slingshot, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, we probably not going to need that.
Who knows?
Unless we need it for skulls.
Oh, don't curse our runners like that. But yeah, here's 2 Mido skips happening nearly at the same time. Let's see who gets it first. Oh!
You don't want to end up talking to him.
Alfalfa getting a bit annoyed by the kid and manages to get over him.
Channels his rage and successfully RNGs his way past.
Yeah, Mido is a bit
Can be a bit trolly.
RNG, right? It's not.
You can
not
set it up
100%
perfectly
consistent.
and not always get it exactly. But there we go. He's through.
Yep.
Brute force
So
it,
is
get it
Gogeta.
eventually.
And Glitch is jumping up on top of the maze. Very nice, getting it the first try. This
Yeah,
is harder than it looks, by the way. Deep in the Wasteland is a piece of heart, so Haunted Wasteland check is dead. I'm so sorry, chat, if you were hoping for that one. And 30 Skulls is also dead.
Never see anything in Wasteland anymore. I haven't seen anything in Wasteland. In seeds I've played or watched, I haven't found anything in Wasteland for so long.
For far too long.
It's just one check, so it just hasn't been coming up. But
Yeah.
one day it will, and it's going to cost someone really badly because it's been ages since I was the last one.
One advantage we have that is that this was our or was a sometimes hint, so this didn't immediately cost us a foolish hint for Haunted Wasteland, and Skull Mask is also dead.
I mean, that is a definite silver lining, yeah, fortunately.
Yep. Meanwhile, Serenade of Water on the Minuet song check.
So because it's showing how tricky that glitchless jump is. I think it was the other day at Sponge's race. I'm pretty sure he spent like a minute on that glitchless jump because he just kept on getting it slightly wrong. Which felt kind of bad. So so nailing it first time like Alfalfa did was pretty swag, I gotta say, because that's not an easy one.
Very much so. Alright, Alfalfa is out of Kokiri. Nothing else left to do for him here, and he's probably heading to Kak, I would assume, or to the river for some more checks.
Yeah, it might be worth taking a peek at the checks you can actually get on the river.
I mean, logically, you would need, for example, hover boots to get that, to get those freestanding heart pieces. But
Fortunately,
there are setups, there are glitchless setups for both of these.
Yep.
So
logic
that
is
is where
definitely a
alfalfa is heading.
suggestion only in this case. And yeah, that's a river play. Also, probably time of day to kill. It's a good time of day killer. If you like, okay, it's at night time. I don't really want night cack. I want day cack. I'll just go up river and back down again, and it should be should have my timings right.
Yep, that should work out just fine for him, I think.
This is getting his boomerang.
And looks like there's something on the plateau. I didn't quite catch what it was, but Alfalfa is seeing it as worth investigating. Slingshot, says Ponzari. Well, Bigoron is officially dead.
Yeah, that is a slingshot. And yeah, no Bigoron today. Maybe some frog warp shenanigans if we're lucky, but that would be the extent of the adult trade quest. Is interesting, is Gogeta going to do the same, or is he going to go for Night Cack? He's avoiding river.
Interesting. Interesting. Alfalfa skipping the plateau and
probably going to get it on his way back down.
Yeah, I would assume so too. And that is the Stone of Agony. Did I say we got an early start on meme percent?
It's that's pretty good actually. 2 meme percent. Frog Stew is dead. 2 meme percent items in the first 7 minutes. It's pretty good going. You're just going to see that slingshot and go grab it as well, because nobody wants to do adult trade quest if they don't have to.
No, especially if that trade quest item happens to be the prescription or the eyeball frog, maybe, then you really don't want to do it.
Yeah, hard avoid that as long as you can. It's usually sensible.
Toffile, I'm pretty sure that's not a claim check, but you know what? I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. And that's the second copy of our Haunted Wasteland hint.
And one thing we can definitely tell is it's not a bottle, so...
It's not a bottle, and it's definitely not Rudo's letter, which is more than I could say in some other... well, thanks game. I was talking about wasted foolish hints earlier, and there is one outside Ganon's castle is foolish.
Fantastic. Well, I guess we know that strength 3 is probably not going to be needed. That's all
that is true. Us. If it's needed, then only for light arrows.
Literally half the checks that it could be for. There's not very many in the first place. So not a lot else in the river though, apart from some information. But it is daytime now, so Alfalfa gonna be happily going to CAC and see what we find.
Yep, some more early sphere checks in Kakariko in the graveyard, or you know, in the cemetery, as the British might say.
Or the Americans even. Okay.
Even, okay. Well, it looks like Team Never Buy a Shield is immediately losing today. Alfalfa buying a shield at the first opportunity that presents itself, and you know what? I like it. Yep. Good choice.
You might find a shield, but like for the 5 seconds investment that it takes to get one, think of how much time you could save with bombs once you get a bomb bag.
Also getting a good discount, 50 rupees instead of 80.
Very nice.
Alright. Colossus' right hand is a boss key. Was that right hand or left hand?
I think that was right hand, so child side is the boss key then.
I think the discount is just randomly generated.
Yeah, I don't know what the ratio is, but it just picks like a random amount between like
0 and 40, I think.
Something around that, yeah, for the discount.
And here's a Pona song on the windmill.
Okay, nice. Early horse.
Rush GTG with nothing, question mark?
Hopefully not, but it's a play. Yeah, first look at the graveyard as well for Alfalfa.
Yep. Here's Shield Grave, and it is nothing. A small chest.
Not interesting at all. But we are going to see Dumpe race, it looks like, and also what's in the TARDIS.
Crate is... Oop. I did not see that.
It was an item. I don't think it was a rupee, but what item it was, I've got no idea.
I couldn't tell. I'm sorry.
We saw
Chat,
it for
if
a
you could
fraction of
tell,
a second.
If you were able to tell, then feel free to fill us in here. But with that said, if you want to guess your Dumpe finish time for Alfalfa, you might just about get it right.
I'm going to say 48 seconds.
49.
We will find out. I got it right last time, so
Oh yeah.
I'm feeling kind of confident to see if I'm on a roll. But,
Yesterday you got it right for both runners, I think.
I think I'm going to be wrong now because Alfalfa took that hit to the face just before
Yeah, I
so there
stopped
goes my
by...
bet this time. And there goes, there goes yours
both
as
our
well.
guesses are
52.
in the toilet. 52. That being said, you can make your next guess for Gogeta and see if he has better luck. Magic from Dumpe! With best regards to Triss.
Yeah, you would have been you've been a naughty boy and you would have been punished. Or a naughty cat, I guess.
Who knows? Question is though, would Triss be punished? Depends on where the other magic is.
I mean, that's true. Yeah, if it's just here, which it is. So yeah, it is too early to call, but because magic is something that might not be useful until like 2 hours into the seed potentially. So
hey, we had a seed yesterday that could have been done in Muggle mode if it weren't for needing magic for light arrows. So
that was funny seed.
That was hilarious.
Quite the logic, Jane.
It was fun though. By the way, chat, if you want to get your predictions in and gamble some channel points on who will win this race, now's the time to do that. I think you have about 5 minutes left on the prediction.
Yeah, I've only just noticed it, but it looks like it's been running for about half the time. So you probably want to get your bets in sooner rather than later.
And it looks like Alfalfa is heading straight for Temple of Time. And going to give us a first look at the pedestal to see what our medallion layout is today.
Also,
what are some more hints? Skullmask still dead, OGC still foolish, 30 still dead, and a giant pot in the Shadow Temple is a small key. Wowee, what hints!
Those hints are awful Temple of Time hints. Oh my god.
That was horrible.
Alright, we're gonna see something useful at least.
Okay, Deku, Spirit, Dodongo's Cavern, Jabu, and Water Temple. Wait a minute, does that mean our 3 longest dungeons are medallions?
Stone Shadow, Stone Fire, and Stone Forest in one seed? Oh, I have a bad feeling.
Okay.
Which meme will win? Or all of them?
Or, I think so. I mean, if we end up really fulfilling my prediction in the very beginning and not having to go into any of our stone dungeons, then Cemetery might have rolled the jettiest of jets. We'll see.
So, Jet Seed or Hell Seed? Stay with us and we'll find out in the next hour.
But yeah, if this is all dungeons and this is the worst AD ever, as Warwick points out, that's 45 minutes just for your 3 stone dungeons.
Yep, and unlike Water Temple, although Water Temple is a pain, sometimes you can get bailed out by a nice early boss key, but Fire... Well, Shadow and Forest, you've got no choice. You have to complete those.
Look, if you're going into fire, Deep Fire will find a way for you.
It's risky to leave it. Especially if you're not going to be able to get back there anytime soon. So we are going to see some NA aim versus some EU aim, literally live. This is like a Counter-Strike stream or something.
NA aim doing well today, and that's a bottle. Rush Ice!
As Lizzie Tapau pointed out, it's not just NA aim, NA keyboard aim, which I keep saying it, but it always bears repeating. It just blows my mind that Alfalfa can play the game so skillfully using a keyboard and not a controller. It's
one of the few keyboard warriors to make it into brackets, I think.
Yeah, Pansari, yeah, nails the shooting, gets stuck on a tree. I mean, that OOT just be like that. Weird hitboxes everywhere.
Very much so. Alright, Alfalfa showing us London Ranch checks Gogeta hot on his heels. Or the tips of his shoes, depending on the walking direction here.
Yeah, so far this seed it's been pretty linear. They've kind of followed in each other's footsteps. We haven't really seen anything that either one has missed. There we go, Matamat, in the chat. I forgot that FMZ was didn't volunteer to join, but yeah, I mean, FMZ is probably the keyboard player extraordinaire, and Fabio as well.
The keyboard player to be reckoned with.
Number 9 seed, I think, Fabio. He was very highly seeded. So it just goes to show it's possible. It's hard enough to play on a controller. I couldn't imagine doing it on a keyboard. And I grew up using keyboards on like PC games and stuff, and even then I still couldn't play this with the keyboard. So
WASD for life, baby.
100%. It's like imprinted in my neural synapses.
Let's see what song Malin has for us. Talon had a wallet, and this is the prelude. Some nice mobility. Not any new checks for us with that song, but hey, take what you can get.
Saves yourself some haiku. That's always good.
And Alfalfa, I'm thinking, is probably going to safe warp out of here, as so we're going to see our child spawn. Gogeta probably likewise. So some nuts in the silo.
Yeah, that's saved quick.
That is... Okay, guardhouse. Well then.
Okay, so Prelude a little bit less useful, but...
Prelude halfway to useless. For a moment there I thought that it was the silo as the child spawn here, but that would have been too cruel.
Oh,
is Alfalfa heading back to Kokiri for a K-sword check? And with a slingshot to check the target in the woods.
Looks that way.
And Gogeta is heading to Kakariko. Are we seeing chickens, folks?
Oh, 20 minutes chickens. I'm not sure. He's going to have to hurry if he wants to do chickens.
Just in time, I think.
And it's like, no, I don't want to do chickens, I'll wait. So there we go. No chickens right now.
Chickens denied.
It was like for the chicken lovers, it was like, yes, he's going in, he's making time of day, he's really rushing. And he was like, actually, no, I got here too fast.
Actually, no, I wanted to be done by o'clock instead. Meanwhile, Alfalfa getting an early start on collecting skulls. Gogeta probably planning on doing the same.
And just a small chest there in Kakiri. So
Could be some bomb shoes, but no, it's just a recovery heart.
unfortunately, it doesn't have Sun Song, so it has to make the really slow crawl all the way back out.
Ah, it's not that bad. Yes, it's a few seconds, but you know.
I know you just do it, but it's like it's just that's why I like Suns. It's a nice, nice quality of life when you're around this entire area.
First logical bombs in forest. I'm liking it, Cemetery. Keep those ideas coming.
So what crazy logic would we break to get the hook shot one?
And it is timing for Dompe. And here's some iron boots. Those are too heavy for a kid.
Yeah, Link's going to have to carry those around with him. We're about half the size he is. But it's a magical world, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tardar's definitely not iron boots then. Whatever was in there.
I missed the bridge hint, but apparently, considering chat isn't popping off, it's probably a repeat.
Yeah, it's not like Nocturne for AD confirmed, or we would definitely be
I mean, if you confirm Nocturne for AD in these with this medallion layout, I have some questions.
Serious questions.
Mostly of whoever coded that randomizer.
This should not be. What's gone?
And it looks like Gogeta is planning an early push into the well. Yeah, who needs the yellow bombs for a well dip when you can peek almost everything?
Most of it. It's nice to know if you're going to have to come back or not.
Target in the woods has a Deku Nut. Not even a nut upgrade, just a singular Deku Nut. Rude, I think. Alfalfa pushing into Sacred Forest better for that song. So far, all we've seen in the well are 2 keys. That's a big boy underwater. No, it's a small chest, actually. My vision is as good as always.
N64 graphics are just that good. It magnifies water through the water like in real life. Amazing that they coded such effects in 1998.
Mm-hmm.
Anything in the coffin? Nope.
Just a plank of wood.
Yeah, we haven't been to Spirit Temple yet, so we don't need a replacement. Although, might need one once he goes into the back room of the well.
Okay, thanks Din the human, TARDIS might be the claim check, so this is probably just dead. And here's CL.
Oh, that's going to feel bad. Going to well before.
That's a definite advantage for Alfalfa here, who might just do a trip to Kakariko now that we have that song.
Big chest here, though.
Stick upgrade.
Stick upgrade.
I mean, we take
that's
it.
Pretty nice, especially with no Kakiri sword in sight. Having 10 extra sticks is useful.
As I just...
Situation.
Oh my god. We're starting early with the puns?
That is... That's... Sam's joining in now as well, it's getting worse.
Cemetery. Pointy sticks are called arrows.
And possibly broken stick if you catch it at the right angle.
But big chest on the like has fire arrows.
Okay, probably useless. Oh, that was strength on Richard.
Ooh, Richard, a very good boy today, finding that in the street for us.
Finally, some actual good reward. Pop time!
Pop time!
Good doggo.
Best bot on Twitch. Changed my mind.
So we're going to get the child late checks cleared up here from Alfalfa.
Needs to set up Pierre just in case.
Oh, Axel. Things might be getting rough for him. Oh, it's so bad. But it's
Don't
so
encourage
fun.
them. Don't encourage them, Ginger. They'll only get stronger.
What have we done?
Gogeta showing us Hyrule Castle one hint. We're trying to pass some time of day until it's daytime and we can finally do chickens? I don't know. Colossus' right hand still a small key.
Didn't see what was under the water, but Alfalfa didn't need to look at it twice, whatever it was. Might see it now from Gogeta.
Bit difficult to spot that for us on restream with time of day being as it is, but oh well.
It's just a piece of heart. It's nothing. Can see that one at least.
Good to know. Alfalfa getting that Lake Lab hint to telling us that DMC is on the path to Twin Rover. Oh, that was not the jump he wanted to make.
Oh no, get the tide's taking it all the way out into the lake.
Yeah, I would assume Alfalfa is headed into the bottom of the well as well. With ZL, that's certainly more checks to take a look at. From his point of view, so 28 minutes in, and so far we have seen one, count them, one path hint. Alfalfa might actually be headed into Gerudo Valley next. I like the play. It's kind of an out-of-the-way check, so if you can route that in when you're already in the area.
I think this is as good a time as any to go check Valley. I mean, I'm always a fan of checking Valley early. I've seen it get punished too often. Not at least try and go out of my way a little bit to route it in.
Yep. Well, maybe the game wants us to head into DC with just that strength to get our bombs in there.
French or normal vanilla bomb bag would be hilarious.
Sure. Obviously, with the first copy of the DC path to whatever hint right into Dongo's Cavern.
Just to confirm that the gamble paid off. Maybe. And Gogeta's heading presumably the same route, a bit like has been going on so far this seed, but just retracing each other's footsteps. Not too much variation.
Well, we'll see what's in the waterfall next.
Yeah, let's see if we can peek it as fast as Alfalfa can.
Answer? Probably no.
Not so far, anyway. Let's see if, even with really trying.
Alfalfa seems to be interested.
Yeah, I've got no idea what it is. The bitrate isn't great.
Let's put it this way: if it's a hard piece or a blue pea, you usually see it. So this one is something else, and it is bow.
Bow? Okay.
We do need one of those.
That's useful. That's actually a useful item to find. Along with the strength.
And 50 skulls is dead. So this is a back to adult play, says Axel Ryman as Alfalfa immediately walks out of the castle. Alfalfa, you're not gonna make it in time for chickens. This is a grave oversight.
It's a shame. We'll just have to wait until 2 hours into the seed now to last location chickens.
Probably. But yeah, realistically, Alfalfa is heading into the well. Maybe doing... I mean, time of day is opportune to also do Dampe digging on the way and collect some skulls. Of which we know we're gonna need at least, at most, 20 of today.
I see Ponsari caught your pun that you that you threw in, Tobias.
We are. I mean, the real grave oversight is cemetery keeping us in line, but
Pun squared. I like it.
we were making puns about your name, cemetery. All good.
We're not even in Forest Temple yet, Sam. You can't fall asleep yet.
I mean, if I had my druthers, we're just never seeing Forest Temple today. And that's Iron Boots for Alfalfa.
The rules for pun percent is that there's potentially infinity percent.
No, it's very simple. You pun until the restreamer removes you from the commentary channel.
The like digital equivalent of being like dragged off stage. No.
Yup.
We get the old umbrella and just hook them off.
Yep, umbrella or walking stick. Hey, I mean, Alfalfa is prioritizing some skulls here. I can dig it. Beware the stage hook shot. Okay, yeah, that's true. Getting a song out of Composer Grave here, and possibly getting the flame storage check out of Logic. Meanwhile, Gogeta is checking or grabbing some more skulls in Kokiri. Is at 10 skulls by now. And checking that Kokiri sword chest for himself.
It's that early bottle in the boomerang. It's just like, I think Gogeta's like Zuta senses are tingling that something might be required on 10 or 20. Because we can get skulls really easily with just those two items.
Very much so. I mean, the bottle unlocks 9 soft soil skulls, and there's the Song of Time in Compgrave.
Okay. So we are a Suns and Asarias away from Frogs 2, which sadly we know is dead today.
We did get a Frogs 2 hint. Frogs 2 is dead. Yes, sorry. And little chests in the Composer's Grave. Maybe it's juice. No, it's just some cash.
At least they both found the adult's wallet, so it doesn't get chucked on the floor. Maybe we'll see it put towards some bum shoes.
I mean, at this point, where is a bomb bag? DC is a relatively
that was targeting.
Not bad play.
Already from Alfalfa.
Mm-hmm. Here's Alfalfa heading into the well.
Probably.
Stone Forest? Eh. I'd avoid that and head to GTG or the Gerudo area in general.
And we'll soon find out if Alfalfa coming here with ZL will give him an advantage or not.
HPA is horseback archery, and I'm sorry for using all those initialisms. I know there might be some people less familiar with OOT Randomizer watching today, considering this is a super hype match. So, yeah, we'll try to not use those initialisms as much, but I can't promise it. GTG, Gerudo Training Grounds, and HPA horseback archery in the Gerudo area. If you don't know what Gerudo Training Grounds is, it's that DLC dungeon that you probably didn't know existed when you were a kid.
I'm going to try rejoining the Discord call, because I can't hear a thing you're saying.
Well, that's a problem. Harumph, yes, I was commentating the Icola versus Yo-Yo match.
Oh, wait, no, I can hear you again now. I don't know.
Testing.
Right
1,
there.
2, 3, Ginger.
Yeah, no, you're loud and clear now.
Awesome.
I thought it was Discord messing up again. Ah, thanks, Harumph.
Thanks for the praise, Harumph. That's really kind words.
So I don't think I missed anything for the 30 seconds I was playing about trying to work out why I couldn't hear anything. Alfalfa going into well, I see.
Yep.
And yeah,
nothing on
10, just a heart.
Nothing on 10 skulls, just a heart container is welcome.
It's actually pretty handy, since you're going to collect 10 skulls pretty easily. But it's not anything that we really need to beat the game.
Stick upgrade. Again, it's useful. Probably not gonna lose any sleep over missing it though.
Nope.
Gogeta is not going to Goron City, it seems. But that would be a play he could make, given he has a strength bracelet. Oh no, those bomb flowers are on the other side of those boulders.
Yeah, he'd have to go up DMT his child. And, that feels kind of long. You'd rather do it as adult and see if you can root and DC at the same time with that strength.
Alright, small chest under the water confirmed. No explosives for rolling Goron, unfortunately, so no way to stop him.
Yep. So, not a lot that they could do there then. This might be going... Nope, not going to take the Owl Express. I'm going to play Prelude.
Why? Why do that if you have Prelude?
Yeah. Budget Prelude or actual Prelude? Oh, hang on a minute. I've got Prelude in the first half an hour of a seed. That's weird. I'll play that.
Yeah, the rare playable seed. I mean, there is one big chest in well that is bomb blocked. Oh, we have seen so far. We also haven't seen Dead Hand yet, which Alfalfa is about to show us.
Yeah, 2 more checks here. And this is ones where it's going to be going to feel bad for Gogeta because he's not coming back here for a little while.
Yep, walked in here without Zelda's Lullaby and not likely to return for a while. That's just a small key. So Steve, the invisible chest. Nothing for us today.
And here's Dead Hand, one of the more horrific of the children's nightmare monsters in the Zelda franchise, in my opinion.
Dude, let's be honest. Both Bottom of the Well and Shadow Temple were terrifying when we were kids.
I mean, these are the monsters that haunt young children's nightmares. So it's an updated Brothers Grimm film. Oh, that is a big chest.
Survey says hammer. We don't want that.
It kind of opens a few checks for us, but we don't really want it for fire. Kind of makes up for not having a bomb bag a little bit, but only
That's
to a
true.
certain extent.
Unlocks a bunch of bombable checks, yes, but kind of like I don't want that. I don't want to have to go into fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, stone fire intensifying isn't really what any of these runners wants to see.
And that's all 3 small keys in the well. Like is a big chest. We've seen that before. That's the fire arrows. And no payoff on adult shooting gallery for Gogeta.
Gonna go and get this song as well. Won't be able to do the flame check, but we know that's nothing, so...
Not as an adult. Wait, he can do this flame check. He has the fire arrows and he does have magic.
You're correct, he actually does have magic. I see, I'm getting confused. We've got magic and something usable so early. So he will be able to, and he'll find out that it was obviously a waste of time. But he might have wished he didn't have the fire arrows. In fact,
It's one of those out of the way checks off your list. You're not gonna be too mad about it.
that's true. Gogeta in general is a pretty thorough player when it comes to checks, so not going to leave too many orphaned checks about.
That's true. All right. Alfalfa is going back adult. With that hammer, we can do some damage in terms of bombable checks, and that might be exactly what he's up to.
Remembering to put on the shield that he bought. Sensible.
Cemetery. Our path hints are exactly what we have in the bot already. We have one path hint, crater to Twin Rover.
Yep.
Also, where did you hide them? Well, good question. Maybe right here in one of those bombable grottos in Hyrule Field.
Yeah, remote.
Not
grotto,
this one,
potentially.
but remote grotto might have one. Mirror shield.
Mirror shield. Okay.
Well, we do want that.
Definitely need that. So that's nice. So that's worth it already for the hammer. Got a horse, so we can do our field checks pretty quickly. Don't want to do like someone did in a Challenge Cup seed recently, where they completely forgot to do Hyrule Field checks and just lost. So.
Well, I'm gonna say they didn't forget so much as just it was never convenient to route in.
Yeah, and then by the time they remembered, it was far too late. It was interesting, though. And yeah, where's the horse? I thought the horse was supposed to arrive, but apparently not. Epona decided she did not want to turn up today, and so we're gonna have to walk there.
We're hiking.
Oh, Kenra says she spawned on the other side of the fence. Fantastic.
Oh, Tia's Sunsong.
Ooh.
So potential AD for exactly one check.
I just saw Dine's pun. The horse says nay.
Why do you repeat it on air?
Because it's so bad I can't stop myself.
Well, let's see what Tektite Grotto has for us. And Alfalfa might get a Poe check, or might get a big Poe while on the way.
Yeah, thought about giving it a go, but I didn't get it to spawn, so...
Hovers on Tektite. Really? We'll see what it has, JC. Just a blue rupee. Nothing of consequence. By the way, what was that DC hint? I completely missed that on Gogeta's side.
It was
40 dead. Well,
yeah, 40 dead repeat. That's what it was. I knew it was a repeat of one that we've seen.
This seed really doesn't want to tell us where we need to go. It really doesn't.
No.
And this Poe does not want to play nice with Alfalfa.
Yeah, that probably be like that sometimes, I guess. It always feels kind of bad when you spend the time to try and get to spawn and it just doesn't play nice. Even worse when
Lost
you're doing
Woods,
it with-
finally our second path hint. Lost Woods on the path to Queen Goma. Wait, that's concerning.
What are we missing for Lost Woods? Have we seen Skull?
We've seen a Skull Mask hint, so that can't be it.
Yeah,
It's also
can't be
hinted dead. So, I mean, the Bombable Grottos at this point, as well as Skull Kid.
Yeah, Skull Kid could be spicy. Alfalfa finally getting their big Poe. I'm going to have to hike all the way back, but it's not too far, fortunately.
Yep. On the way to the guardhouse, let's see if Big poses anything today. But that tells us there's probably... I mean, either the first logical slingshot or our trade quest item, or a Kokiri sword somewhere in Lost Woods. Probably something I want us runners want to check out.
Wouldn't surprise me if it was just for slingshot. Just because the seeds can sometimes like to do things like that. The things that you convince yourself it's going to be, it's usually the opposite, I find.
They are sometimes just rude. Oh, Din the Human is confirming that claim check was on a TARDIS, so it can't be the slingshot that's our path. Well, then there's a Kokiri sword or something that leads us there somewhere in Lost Woods. So far, we haven't seen a thing.
If it's Saris is on Burning Cack or Temple of Time, that's a bit icky considering what we've actually got at the moment. If it's locked behind it, I mean DC shouldn't be too bad, but Spirit might be a bit trickier if it's locked behind Spirit.
Well, we'll see. That's a big chest. Gogeta.
No,
oh, you don't have hammer. Never mind.
Unfortunately, so we'll have to wait a bit to find out what's in there.
Alfalfa is probably going to go up the mountain though, so we won't have to wait too long. We are getting another big chest in the Storm's Grotto though, and Kokiri Forest on the path to Bongo Bongo? Wait, no, that can't be it. That was King Dodongo, right? I misread that. King Dodongo.
There's our hover boots.
Well.
Okay, I think that's good. But they only really help in the two stone dungeons we don't really want to see. So,
yep.
And possibly with, I guess, getting across to
crossing Wasteland
potentially
could be close to in logic as soon as we find the, or rather would be in logic as soon as we find the Lens of Truth. King Bongo Bongo Dongo. That's a nice mashup there. Thanks, Mexi.
King Bongo Dongo. It's pretty catchy as well. Imagine if they just merged the two bosses together somehow, like a remix. That'd be kind of cool.
So, what have we found in Kokiri? We have found Boomerang and nothing else really. Can't be for skulls. I think we might be seeing Jabu. Oh wait, or rather, that we might be seeing Jabu pretty early as soon as our runners find that Rudo's letter. But first, Minuet on the crater.
Minuet on the crater. Keck W. It's funny because someone in chat was saying, "Oh, I'd laugh so hard if it's Minuet on crater." 2 minutes later.
With that being said, though, out of curiosity, Axel Ryman Frey asks in chat, is it possible for a pathfin to be something silly like Shadow Temple is path to Bongo Bongo? Yes, absolutely. By the way, that is definitely Rudo's letter. So, Jabu is in logic. It can absolutely be something silly, but in that particular case, Shadow Temple on the path to Bongo Bongo, it could only be that if that was your hover boots, basically. Or if you already got your hover boots and your first logical hookshot was in there. Yeah, Rudo's letter is a required item, and it allows us complete access to Jabu Jabu by now. So we have a progression dungeon that we can do. Once we're done with DC. For Alfalfa, I mean.
Gogeta emptying the bugs out of the bottle.
Mexi says, no we don't. Well, okay, we have no way to access domain. That's a problem, that's true. We don't have a bomb bag. Or a scale. Nah! Why must you destroy my dreams?
Just because we haven't got them yet doesn't mean that it's not going to be a thing. We might get it. Scale on chickens.
I'm in favor. Just 2 small chests in the bomb room. And Gogeta is grabbing Epona. Are we just seeing big pose? Are we seeing a loop around the field? Or are we seeing our first push towards the Gerudo area? We'll see. Ooh, big chest that I missed earlier. Oh hey, big Po!
Hey, there's that big Po that we don't need. But yeah, Gogeta's throwing away the bugs just to get this unneeded big Po, so... Knowing it's not a 30, 40 or 50 seed means the bug's probably not going to be too important. And it's another bow on DMT in that big chest.
Okay, that was that big chest. Not anything too important then. Those hover boots, on the other hand, well, they start to worry me. Unless it's just for logical crossing. Well, that bow isn't technically bomb locked. It can also be hammer locked, and I mean that hammer was in logic. We got it from Dead Hand, and ZL was in logic, as was Song of Storms, because we started with it. Alfalfa checking out the maze, not even bothering to peek it. Just doing it the old-fashioned way. And we are seeing our first Gerudo area push from Gogeta.
Nothing in the maze today.
In here.
Maybe the hint will be useful. Nope, Shadow Pot.
Shadow Pot again. So at this point, we have all our always hints. We are missing 4 songs, and we are missing 2 path hints. As well as 2 Foolishes. Maybe Medigoron is hoarding one of those hints that we haven't seen yet.
I hope so. Otherwise, this seed's pretty mean.
Hyrule Castle is foolish. Great.
Thanks. The hints
That
aren't
is-
getting any better.
No, we have OGC Foolish and Hyrule Castle Foolish. That is 2 Foolish hints spent on exactly 2 checks.
Incredible.
And yeah, Haunted Wasteland is not gonna be hinted foolish because we got a sometimes hint for Wasteland chest. But technically, yes, we have the trifecta. OGC, Hyrule Castle, and Haunted Wasteland are all hinted foolish in some way. Well, 2 are hinted foolish and 1 is hinted dead. Sigh.
Yeah, Pepperoni pointing out doesn't rule out inside Ganon's castle. just checks outside.
Now there's Alfalfa grabbing his copy of the Minuet.
And that is a big chest on top of a fortress.
Survey
Hover
says,
boots coming in handy.
with hover boots, that's in
Strength
logic. That's
2,
strength 2.
outside
Yeah,
GTG.
we want to go into GTG.
Very nice. That's exactly
Hookless
what we
GTG
want
isn't
behind it.
technically in logic, but we can do it.
Yeah, hookshotless GTG. I kind of hate doing, but in this situation, I totally go do it.
We can full clear this area.
Straight to horseback archery first.
Well, yeah, okay, toilet can't be done. Let's not think about toilet right now, though. My goodness, the aim here is incredible. Just
17.
a casual 1700.
Just casually, yeah, no problem at all. That was very impressive. Deserves a reward, but it's actually useful.
Just hoping, but no.
Nope, nothing today. 1700 wasted points.
And Kek on the path to Morpha.
Captain Morpher?
Yup. That was in DMC Grotto.
Chickens? 20 skulls?
Chickens, 20 skulls. We haven't gotten anything in Kek so far, which is unusual.
Song. What was the song?
Windmill Song was Epona's. So, Hook and Longshot in GTG? I don't know. Finally, some explosives!
We got some explosives. Okay. Out of logic, everything doesn't change anything in terms of logic, but we've got them. And it's a 10 pack,
got
which
'em.
is
We can do sun damage
really
with
nice.
that. And yeah, DC is finishable at this point. Which, considering it's a Medallion dungeon, Gogeta will probably do as soon as he's finished with GTG. Though, might also poke around Spirit Temple a bit.
Yeah, going out, but it's not bad play.
That was Skull Kid. But I didn't quite see what it was. Skull Kid dead. Thanks, VXR.
Yeah, I thought it was, but I was like, I'm not convinced enough to actually say it. So, VXR and their wonderful eyes are very good at picking up things like this.
Yeah, Grotto's other location. Oh, hello, Scale!
Scale on the right side, okay.
As well as a big chest.
The Kokiri sword.
Kokiri sword, okay. I'm confused.
So, we've skipped at least one.
There's a hole in our logic somewhere.
We've definitely skipped 1 or 2 steps somewhere along the way. bombs in Lost Woods, yeah. I think Alfalfa.
Possibly. Alfalfa is
Remembering
about
that
to
they've
show
not
us.
done this check. It's a big one.
Hyrule Castle still foolish. Big
That is a
chest in
hook shot.
center mason. That's a hook shot.
Okay, that is makes a little bit more sense.
So bombs in Forest Temple? Question mark.
It looks like Alfalfa might be thinking that as getting the first time Midas skip. Very nice.
We're seeing the other bombable grotto first, though. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Always full clear your paths, as the adage goes. Hey, more choose. All right.
I choose you. But yeah, so right side maze, that was time locked. Composer Grave was CL locked, which was available on the Sarios check, so in logic. But I'm going to assume that. Wait. Oh. How did we end up with K-Sword on the right side of the maze? Someone summon Jackstronomy, please? Or Star?
We need to get this seed clinically analysed, forensically analysed.
And I think Gogeta got the hookshotless strat in that room.
It certainly did.
Oh! The right side of the maze, where we got that Kokiri sword, is locked by either... To get to it, you have to go through the Beamos room, or you have to go the long way round. So that's... You need either a bomb bag, which we don't have, for the Beamos, or you need hookshot and bow. And now we have hookshot and bow. That is the most ridiculous path hint I've ever seen. Oh no, F's in chat for Gogeta, folks. Did not make it through the wall of fire.
Yeah, that's a painful death to take. But
yeah, but thank you so much, Siri, for helping us figure that one out. That is frankly ridiculous.
yeah, there's some pretty evil logic, so.
But yeah,
still a little bit of trouble. There we go.
So the game expects you to go to you know, to describe a circle around the maze in GTG. You could also say it expects you to go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. I'm about to be fired. But thanks for putting that in my head, chat.
Yeah, can't go wrong with the reference to a classic banger of a song like that.
That is also true.
Hashtag fire to buy. I don't think it's a stackable offense. Now, if he starts rapping the uncensored explicit version, perhaps. But
I'm not. You know
I think
what?
the intro is fine.
I'm going to leave that to Eminem.
yeah, he could say it a lot better than either of us can. So
that is true.
Leave it to a professional. All right. Well, during all
Just
that,
as I
Gordon
believe
go
the
his spam.
OoTR playing to Alfalfa and Gogeta. Alfalfa, who has just finished his first Medallion dungeon with the Dongo's Cavern.
Anything interesting back here in the like room? Some keys.
Some keys would be interesting because center chest is big.
Yeah, 3 keys in there. It looks like. So that's pretty useful.
Yep. And yeah, happy 1 hour, everyone. We're late on that one. Gonna use the opportunity while not too much is happening to shout out everyone who's making this restream possible. Follow our runners, first of all, Alfalfa and Gogeta. They make good videos. Also, thank you very much to our trackers, Mighty Mouse and Tenacious Toad, to Cemetery, our restreamer, and the person who rolled the seed, as well as to Baseball, who's our race monitor today. And finally, thanks so much to Ginger Sonny, my co-commentator.
Thank you, Tobias. Brilliant job. Great to be here. And this is our second day in a row. So
yeah.
But we get to watch some incredible races. So
we do indeed, and it's Alfalfa making his way into Fire Temple, which is not, strictly speaking, necessary at the moment. Sorry, not Fire Temple, Forest Temple. Brain, what are you doing to me? It is just as bad, though. It's a Stone Forest play, and, well, let's see if we find any useful items. That's gold gauntlets for Gogeta, certainly.
Strength 3 and GTG.
Hammerlocked. No way, yep. Not even hammerlocked. But in the hammer chest room.
Clear chest. Yeah, it was in the hammer chest room, but didn't need the hammer. Strength 3 with OGC in the dead. Very useful.
So, what Alfalfa does know, of course, is that Kokiri Sword is hookshot locked. So, going into Forest Temple is a very reasonable play. We just know, in this particular instance, it's not the right play, because, you know, Gogeta found that thing in Gerudo training grounds, which is ridiculous. Which took us a good time to figure out.
It is a big chest in the middle. Was it all worth it?
No, it was not. There's slingshot number 3. Number 3?
Perhaps. Vegeta's going to peek hammer chest. Again, not having the hammer, won't be able to actually pick it up.
Gogeta did get horseback archery, grabbed a casual 1700 points there.
And was essentially shrugged off by the Gerudo. They were like, no, that's not impressive at all. You can have a piece of heart and a bloopy. Bit rude, really, but they got high standards.
So this could be a really bad time loss for Alfalfa. Considering where Gogeta found that Kokiri sword. And considering that Forest Temple might just be our foolish dungeon, because we haven't seen one of those yet. So we'll see.
Hookshot baiting them into foolish stone forest.
Who knows if it's foolish? At this point we don't know, but
That would be hilarious.
It's certainly a possibility, and it would be horrible. And it would probably also be a head-scratcher for Alfalfa, because who thinks about GTG logic when you find a hookshot on your path?
Mm-hmm. And you think, oh, it's got to be in forest, right? And then get
basically
that, and then be kind of confused and have to.
I have hover boots. It can't be for crossing at this point. And Alfalfa is out of here. Choosing to do something else with this time. Despite being able to full clear forest, by the way. Decided that it's not worth the time investment.
Yep.
Wants to see something else first. Meanwhile, Gogeta is heading across the desert and on the way to Desert Colossus, grabbing another song and quite possibly peeking into the Spirit Temple along the way. That being said, Alfalfa has been more thorough searching through those early game checks, has a mirror shield and a hammer that and a hookshot that Gogeta lacks.
Yeah, and unlikely to. I think Gogeta's unlikely to lack those for long, but it's definitely giving Alfalfa an early advantage here. Unless there's something huge in Colossus and this. Gogeta, I genuinely.
I've always said Gogeta. I think that's the pronunciation in the Dragon Ball Z series.
Yeah, so well we can ask.
No, this is the name of a Dragon Ball Z character. I didn't break anything. You didn't see anything, chat. 50 Skulls is dead. We already knew that one.
And okay then.
Well then. Vanilla Requiem. So, hovers and Lens of Truth logically required to cross the desert here, or Longshot and Lens of Truth.
Yeah, where is that lens then? It's a good question.
I would say chest minigame, but no.
That would be another one of those, hang on a minute, something's gone badly wrong.
Cemetery, Alfalfa bailed out of forest after the courtyard. Decided not to follow that path to its conclusion. Lens on chickens is certainly possible.
Yeah, maybe just decided to try his luck with some other hookshot checks. Like
I mean, we have a unfulfilled Kakariko path to Morpha at this point. So, I mean, we have our iron boots. There has to be a long shot somewhere on the way. That's double magic on the lab roof, which Alfalfa eschews. So there has to be a long shot on the way to, or somewhere behind that Kakariko check earlier. So, and the only check I think we haven't seen in Kak is chickens or 20 skulls. So these two.
The 20 skulls skull rush might be interesting.
Well, Alfalfa is on the way there. I think this might be his 15th. Oh, more even, 16th or 18th.
And
we did see Reed at Grotto. Well, Epona has to lock Longshot, so that almost guarantees that it's somewhere in the Gerudo area at this point.
Yeah.
Wait, why does Epona have to lock Longshot? Oh yeah, Because windmill. Because Epona's song was on the windmill. This is concerning.
Yeah, hopefully Gogeta's spirit dip might give us a few answers. Because if it doesn't, the signs are pointing in not the friendliest directions, some of this.
Well, the spirit dip might actually be a way for Gogeta to really get rewarded if he does find another hookshot here. That being said, Alfalfa is now, having been more thorough, on the way there, also on the way over to the Gerudo area. And we'll see if he can show us some new things, like hammer rocks.
Nope.
There can be a lot of things on 20 skulls or on chickens that could be very concerning for runners, but that ultimately in some way still have to lead to a long shot.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, ZL was on Sarius.
Alright, double defense in Spirit Temple here.
Not what I wanted to see, continuing.
And by the way, as Harun reminded us via highlighted message in chat, drink some water, folks. Hydrate or dihydrate.
Stay hydrated. I'm like almost constantly dehydrated, so I need to remind myself to stay hydrated as often as possible.
Insert water into face. That's light arrows. We do kind of need those.
Another one of those where the light arrows are just on the way. Nice.
We could make a bet for where Longshot is now. There's quite a few locations that are possible.
Mm-hmm.
Strength 1 was on Richard. Oh! Gogeta wasting 3 chews. This might be almost worth a safe scum for that alone. 4 chews.
Oh, this feels bad.
There we go. Spent 5 chews to get that light open. That is not good.
Yeah.
And the bets are open, by the way, so if you want to bet for some bragging rights, you can put in a bet in chat, giving your best guess on where that long shot is going to be.
Alfalfa there going for the super safe 15-20. And got a payout worthy of that.
Hey, that's rude. You know how many tries it takes me to get 1500 on horseback archery?
I mean, to be fair, we are judging on a slightly higher level than ourselves.
That is true.
But,
Chat, if you haven't played an OoTR seed recently, I recommend it.
Especially
just
with some of the crazier settings that are available now.
Oh yeah. No, I have not tried on keyboard mat, and that sounds horrible. That sounds like something I never want to do. WASD for life or not.
take me back to emulating games circa 2002 or something, playing on a keyboard.
Oh, I'm sorry, C-Square. You wasted your bet there. Haunted Wasteland is hinted dead.
Yeah,
That's the boss key.
If you could control Link like a first-person shooter, like Counter-Strike, it'd probably be a lot easier to. You get like 2,000 on HBA.
I mean, that's at that point, I think for a game like this, it would be considered cheating. Alfalfa going into the maze and seeing immediately, hey, big chest in there, great.
I was like, oh good, now I've got to spend ages collecting keys. For probably nothing. Wonderful.
Yep. We know it's just a slingshot. No way for Alfalfa to know that. And this is Gogeta out of Spirit Temple. Did all he could in there until he finds the Mirror Shield.
Yeah,
Yep,
Alfalfa's had the advantage of when he's been coming to these places, he's had
the tools
stuff needed to actually clear. Like, because he can easily go to Spirit after this as well. Follow the same route as Gogeta, just be more consistent every time.
To note, by the way, chat, that hookshot as path to Goma also means that wherever our bombs are, we haven't seen them yet, those are bow and bomb locked, bow and hookshot locked. Great. We do have the opportunity now, because we got a scale, and Gogeta follows up on that, to go do Jabu. Final treasure of Ice Cavern
Is dead.
Is dead. And that's our last sometimes hint. At least that's a halfway convenient location for that hint.
True. Yeah.
Yep, scale is also hookshot locked. So that scale is our very logical first access into Zora's domain and Child River.
Yeah, Mirror Shield was for Scrub Grotto in the South.
Yep, Hyrule Field Scrub Grotto. That's diving minigame done for Gogeta. Alfalfa finding his strength 2. Or strength 3, I didn't quite catch if he checked the Gerudo Fortress roof before heading in here.
Yeah, he did, so that's...
Okay, so that's his strength 3 then. I mean, bombs on Lex is possible?
It'd be surprising and funny.
It'd be hilarious if that'd be, oh, F's in chat for Alfalfa for not quite making it in a fight against the Stelphos.
Ouch. I mean, they can be a bit of a pain as well.
Oh, so. Stelphos are surprisingly tough enemies. One jump slash from them. Yep. Yeah. One jump slash from them destroys or takes, I think, 2 hearts?
Something like that. It's a lot.
By the way, chat, if you didn't know, here's a super fairy that you can get from the lobby in GTG. Super fairy because it doesn't just refill your hearts, it also refills entire magic meter. GTG Path to Baronade. Wait, what? That's our last path hint.
Yeah. That is GTG path to Baronade.
Oh yeah, for scale. Yeah,
Scale.
logic.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. That is the only available scale then. And also confirms again that very much that both the scale and the Kokiri sword were hookshot and bowlocked, and wherever our bombs are is hookshot and bowlocked as well.
I can totally see him just sat here in Jabu. I know some people in chat have been calling back for like the last half an hour. I think they might be right.
The bombs on just sat here in Jabu? I mean, at this point, not unlikely. And the bombs are scale locked, yep. Oh, chat is rightly pointing out we had a boomerang on the path to King Dodongo. Yeah, that bombs have to be sitting in Jabu at this point.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that path.
Alright, that resolves that one.
I'd still rush Ice Bay.
Out of principle.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta pick a principle and stick to it.
Alright. So Gogeta is likely either finding bombs or an item that leads to bombs, but at some point we're running out of those. In here. And it could be in this very chest. If we find Lens in Jabu though, that's hilarious. But it's not here, it's Big Stabby.
Definitely not path for anything.
What do you mean spoilers, Ponzari?
Are we slightly ahead? I don't think we are. Like, I've got Restream up as well, and like the delay seems about right.
Oh, Cemetery is watching our page. I see.
Oh yeah, of course. Typing in chat ahead of time. It's very easy to forget.
It is. And all that for a Deku seed bag. And Alfalfa's just like, really? Really, game?
It's always funny when there's a nice baity troll chest in the middle of GCG. Well, I mean, funny when I'm not playing the seed, that is.
Sure. Good restream value.
Yeah, definitely restream value.
This was an evil logic seed, says Cemetery. Well, yes. That was some convoluted path hints, my friend. If it's not Baronade, then something has to be wrong with logic. There has to be some item that leads us to bombs on in Jabu here, or on some other boomerang lock checks that I'm not aware of right now. Could also be Longshot and then bombs on Morpha, sure.
Could it be lax?
It could be lax. Just means that there can't be, for example, a boss key or a small key in Water Temple. Or there can even be a small key in Water Temple Cracked Wall.
Mhm.
But, yeah. It's possible that it's lax. It would be stupid, but it's possible.
I mean,
Meanwhile, Alfalfa is being more thorough, I said that earlier, and is now being rewarded for that by being able to not just cross Wasteland and dip Spirit Temple, but also be able to full clear it. Dins can be on lax, it can also be just bombs on lax. Longshot it can't be, no. And welcome in Brook Anime.
yeah, I don't think it's bombs or long shot on lax. But it all does depend on keys, as chat is pointing out. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not sure you need bombs to logically complete water, depending on where boss key is. But we're about to see what Baronade has. One more room, then it's on to the big amoeba. Well, you need cracked wall. You need bombs for the cracked wall check, and we do have a spare key in Water Temple, even logically, as far as I'm aware. So it could even be a small key behind that cracked wall. But first, time for one of the more interesting boss fights in the game. Baronade has some pretty cool mechanics, which our runners are exploiting the hell out of right now. Or rather, Gogeta is exploiting the hell out of right now to make this boss fight super quick. And yes, that is indeed a clean Baronade. That's Baronade done and dealt with in, I think, in less than a minute.
finally, are we going to get resolution that we've been looking for? Is this a bomb bag?
It is!
It is the bomb bag.
That's our path to King Dodongo fulfilled. Thank goodness.
We can chop that bit of spaghetti logic off there. We don't need to carry that one on.
I mean, that leaves the question, where the heck is Longshot? Because Kakariko is still path to Morpha. It could be for Epona. We don't know. But you know what that also resolves? Our Crater to Twin Rover hint. Because Crater had Rudo's letter.
Yep.
And you need bombs to finish off Spirit Temple.
That is correct. And the mirror shield, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's also, you know, a shorter route. Wait, that was our second hookshot. Longshot in the fountain.
Shot. Yeah,
oh,
I was going to say,
well,
hang on a minute.
hang on a minute.
The same hookshot.
So
Oh. Ponsari thinks they might have won that bet, and if so, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, not AD.
And yep, Forest completely useless.
Definitely the right choice to bail out of there when he did.
Oh, is this... No, Gogeta is not getting baited into Forest here. He's about to find his long shot though. So... Epona is path to... Morpha... Because...
Oh, wait.
Okay, well, we had a scale to GGG right side, so that that immediately is our path to the scale. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So bunch of things that just depended on GTG.
It's one of those GTG having actually kind of useful stuff. And there's the long shot for Gogeta. It's very handy. Find one,
Yep.
get another one straight afterwards.
All right, scale for domain access and fountain access for getting access to that bomb bag. And to that long shot. So, that's, I think, all of our paths resolved.
Yes. And yes, chat. It's not quite go mode yet because they haven't got that mirror shield, unfortunately.
Not for Gogeta, but as soon as Alfalfa is going to find that long shot in fountain and the bomb bag, well, it's gonna be go mode for him.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, Alfalfa needs a bomb bag to complete this temple. Considering he has shoes though, and a hammer, he's not particularly caring about that.
Nope. So yeah, Gogeta's got to go Hyrule Field really quite soon.
That being said,
child.
it's kind of on the way. As child, no. Doesn't
Oh,
need
you
to
don't have to do it as child. You can
Yeah.
do it as adult.
It's one of those scrubs that you can also get as adult, and in the end, it's kind of on the way because he needs to get to Lake anyway, or rather away from Lake when he's done with Water Temple. So
No, that makes sense.
bomb shoes for when you really don't give a damn about logic. That is a good tagline. I like it.
It's catchy and effective. That's all you want from a good tagline.
Well, we have Kokiri Sword and we're Child. We are going to do Deku Tree because we do need to do it at some point.
Yep, got to do it, and it's some
This is
easy checks.
an opportunity for Alfalfa to make some time back too, because Gogeta might not go mode this dungeon. And that's another bomb bag, mirror locked in Spirit Temple. Wait a minute.
So that's locked by the mirror shield.
Well, still same fear, same sphere.
That's bomb locked as well. Then.
Hold on. That's bomb locked because
Because the mirror shield was in the scrub grove.
We have a hammer, though.
Hammer lot. True. Demos.
So the lens has to be somewhere bomb locked at this point to make this path logic worked. I mean, at this point we don't particularly care about where the lens is, but it has to be somewhere bomb locked.
Yeah. And there's Alfalfa getting their light arrows.
Oh, it's bomb locked because of the BMOS already. That is... not wrong. I always forget that Adult Spirit is basically all bomb locked because of that BMOS in the lobby.
Yep, well, that thing's still alive. There's nothing you can do. It's just because usually by the time you get out here, like, you've usually got bombs or some sort of explosive, so it doesn't always come up in the obvious ones.
And you know what? Until we find Din's fire, Alfalfa isn't go-moding Deku either. At least climbing up to the top to get to fall through the web there is non-optional at this point.
Yeah,
that's 20 skulls for Gogeta. Officially done skull collecting.
I think you're safe that this isn't going to be a sub 2 cemetery.
Blame baseball? No, you rolled this. You don't get to blame baseball for anything. Except maybe letting you roll the seed.
I mean, yeah, actually that is baseball's fault, sort of, so... we can blame baseball, it's fine. As long as we blame cemetery at the same time.
Blame the two of them.
They do cook up some pretty stinky seeds. And we always end up commenting on them. Either you
this
or
isn't,
not.
this isn't stinky, this is just... interesting logic. My favorite is still the hook shot for right side GTG axis. That is something I never encountered before.
You have to go all the way around. Amazing.
Mirror Shield was in Hyrule Field Scrub Proto, so hammer locked. And Alfalfa into the Twin Rover fight, which Gogeta will at some point have to return to to Spirit Temple for. Not too far of a hike, we have Requiem.
Yeah, just the ordering of everything seems to have been slightly in Alfalfa's favour the entire seed.
So I do want to emphasize something though. We did not need to do one single stone dungeon today.
And they were the long ones, like we were saying at the start.
Yeah.
Shadow Fire Forest.
I mean, congratulations, Cemetery. Despite rolling some interesting logic, this is a super quick seed. It's not... And we are being rated by ZeldaSpeedRuns. Welcome into... I mean, I already said it just now. A seed where we didn't have to do a single medallion dungeon. We didn't have to do... a single stone dungeon. We didn't have to do Ice Cavern.
Yep.
GTG was very not optional.
But it still had its fair share of bait, which was enjoyable.
Yep. because we had a slingshot in GTG center chest, which both our runners got baited into.
Regretting that it's a CSMC and not chest texture matches content yet.
That being said, Axel Ryman, I do remember a tournament recently that had a bridge setting that was, I think, the Spirit and Shadow Medallion, as well as the three stones. Or something like that. That is another big Poe bottle on 20 skulls?
Wait, is
what?
That two
That
big
is two
Poe
big Poe bottles.
With one of them on 20. Oh man.
The path logic was really the only thing spaghetti out, or well, stupid in this seed. Because well, Lost Woods to path to Queen Goma for a hookshot. You might think that there was something in Forest Temple. Nope. That hookshot was to be able to reach the right side of GTG, where your Kokiri sword was.
Yeah, unfortunately, Alfalfa.
Oh, well.
Oh.
Well,
okay.
wasn't path? I'm not so sure now, Cemetery. That was a bomb-locked lens of truth, very much so. That logic chain all makes sense now. Rudos for bomb back for lens. Wowee.
And that is Saria's on Prelude. Which,
Yep. This is also alfalfafield done with Twin Rover. And about to do 2 quick child dungeons. Well, relatively quick. And we're seeing Deku first, which makes sense. Or are we seeing Jabu first? I'm not sure. He still has that unfulfilled Kokiri Forest to King Dodongo Boomerang path hint, so might prioritize Jabu for that reason.
yeah.
One advantage Alfalfa certainly has, if he does prioritize Jabu, is to be able to go mode Deku. So, might not be a bad idea. We'll see. And that's a very late hammer for Gogeta. This could have made his life so much easier. Oh, is he going straight out of the well and into Fire Temple? Oh no.
He's definitely going back adult.
Going back outside first. Are we seeing chest minigame? No, we don't have appropriate time of day for that.
Yeah, no Sun Song either. So we have a bomb bag now, though, so we can do bomb shoe bowling.
Let's see. Hi, Farore's Wind. At this point, Gogeta is not interested.
2 hours into the seeds, it's probably about even
And
split in terms of time. I know.
a red t-shirt.
Okay, so not a lot of use, but good to have, I guess.
Technically 2 major items on Bombchu Bowling today.
Yeah. Neither of them essential, but useful. Sometimes.
Two small chests in the slingshot room. Alfalfa making his way through Deku Tree. We know there's nothing useful in here. Alfalfa will know that in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, the advantage of CSMC being everything's a little bit faster.
Oh, Gogeta, is he getting baited into Forest Temple? Nope.
Nice.
Not quite sure where he's headed at this point. We'll find out. Still needs to do DC, so that's probably on his mind.
Oh yeah, DC could be a good shout.
Yeah, into Goron City. And then out to... out to the cavern. And that's probably what he's looking to do. Yep.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to try and chase some progression.
Yep. Longshot is with Zora's Fountain Fairy. Goomba. And welcome in, by the way. And yeah, Gogeta very much needs that mirror shield to stay in this race. Alfalfa being a bit more thorough at the beginning of this race really paid dividends here. Alright, another case of Hi Goma. And in just a few seconds, it's gonna be...
2, 3, 4.
Bye Goma!
One of the easier
Super aggressive Navi here on Gogeta's side. Hey! Hey!
Shut up, Navi. You've made me throw the bomb wrong. Look what you've done.
And that's the second big Po bottle for Gogeta.
2 bottles you can't even empty without going and selling them. Fantastic. Almost essentially useless.
Yep, Jabu time for Alfalfa. At this point, Alfalfa is basically playing the video game for a bit here. Not really many surprises waiting for us for the next few minutes on Alfalfa's side.
Yep, should find that long shot pretty easily when he gets to Fountain.
Yep, and with that he will be in go mode. Alfalfa? Oh, checking the Runia first. Or not? Going upstairs. Cleaning up Child Goron City.
Okay.
Just to be sure.
Yeah, I guess he didn't do a hot rudder. No, he's got Sarius.
Yep. Has it marked on his tracker.
Yeah, he beat Spirit, so he was able to get it upgraded.
And there is Gogeta done with King Dodongo. Dodongo's now officially extinct.
All the Gorons were happy. Well, as happy as they can be.
Mm-hmm. And there's a Zora tunic. Again, technically a major item on Papa D tonight.
Yeah,
Not quite the right tunic color. And we have t-shirt %. Good timing on that pot. This is all, by the way, time that Gogeta is gaining back, as he does more overworld checks, and most likely will not forget about Hyrule Field forever.
He's slowly working his way there.
Yeah, one can hope that for his sake.
This is not going correct direction.
Well, yeah, this is Alfalfa, done with Goron City and heading into Jabu. Might even find his long shot before he ever heads into the fish.
Yeah, that window of opportunity for Gogeta is definitely closing fast.
That being said, Alfalfa keeping it alive by walking down Zora's River and cleaning up some more child checks. Definitely wants to be done being child ever again. And so is checking what is on the Frogs 1 check here. And we know that can't be anything useful, but let's see what it is.
Nothing.
And more bomb chews.
Lots of bomb chews with seed. Always
Welcome
nice.
in, Adam and Riley. Longshot is in Zora's Fountain Ferry, and Mirror Shield is in Hyrule Field Scrub Grotto. Alfalfa getting some beans at this point?
Presumably just for faster movement somewhere?
I'm a bit confused as to what Alfalfa is planning right now.
Well, now he's definitely planning Jabu, but I don't know.
Yeah, okay, that's not quite sure what he was planning to do with that bean, but certainly planning Jabu now. Hey, Sponge! For once, Sponge is joining a race as I'm about to be done commentating it, basically. I commented earlier in the week to Sponge that basically I seem to have a talent of joining his streams just about when he's about ready to wrap up the seed.
So favor repaid.
Nice to repay that favor for once.
Still sadly have seen no sign of ice coming up to 2 hours.
Nope, no ice cavern.
Even though
very required GTG, that being said.
Yeah. It's either ice or GTG, it's very rarely both. And today it was GTG. Which made me a bit sad, because I prefer ice, but you know.
The thing is that Alfalfa, in his mind, still has an unfulfilled path hint for Boomerang, which we know led to a bomb back in Jabu Jabu's belly, which was the first logical one, right on Baronade. The other bomb back that Alfalfa found was in Spirit Temple, adult side, very much bomb locked.
I believe we saw a Forest Foolish hint, so that's our Foolish dungeon. So Alfalfa even better getting out of there when he did. And not clear.
Very much so. I think that was in DMC Wall, which neither runner checked before because explosives were precious for the longest time during the seed.
Mm-hmm. Certainly the first time they were ever near there. And the second.
And here's Gogeta heading into Water Temple. Making some time back. Or rather, making some time by doing a dungeon he can do.
Yep, when he's done with water, if he plays Requiem, it's over. If he goes to the fields and then plays Requiem, you've still got a race.
He can't play I mean, he has done everything he can do in Spirit. What he might do, though, and what's gonna possibly cost him some time, is full clear water here in search of that Mirror Shield.
Mm-hmm. Can totally see it. And Water Temple, if you have to full clear it, can take
some time. By the way, chat, happy 2 hours.
Hey, we actually got it. Sort of very right this time. Good job. Happy too.
Yep, it's been 2 hours, Cemetery. You did not roll a sub 2 seed. Barely.
You've probably got like another 20 minutes, half an hour of sleep before anything like crazy happens, so don't worry,
Yep.
we won't tell Trez. It's fine.
Sleeping on the job. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
I'm sure us and all 433 viewers can keep it a secret, right? Oh wait, that's not how the internet works. Sag.
I mean, that intro certainly was something, Cemetery.
It was a good one.
Followed immediately by... Oh no! Alfalfa just drowned Princess Rudo.
Oh no.
That is a time loss. Gets to go back, pick her up again.
Question of how the hell do you drown a fish? But okay. F for Ruto. Let's try again.
At least not too far to get her back.
Yeah, you don't want to do all of Jabu and then accidentally go down the wrong the wrong hole and have to go all the way back round the loop again.
Yeah, it's plot relevant for her not to be able to swim at this point, but to be able to swim immediately afterwards in the cutscene where she hands Link the Zora Sapphire.
It certainly does ring a little bit of pampered royalty, doesn't it?
It just refuses to get up well in the fish intestine.
Yeah.
It's called character development.
Everyone's favourite character in the Legend of Zelda series, particularly in OOT, of course, is carrying Princess Ruto around everywhere. I mean, Maskmaker, you're not wrong. Like, when you put it like that, that doesn't sound appealing at all.
If the alternative is to drown, though?
True. Yeah, I mean, surely drowning in the same juices is even more horrific.
Let's not go there, I think. So what is alfalfafield up to? What is Gogeta up to? Rolling boulders. Super quick setup here for that. Oh, we have hover boots. We don't need a setup. There's big stabby for Alfalfa. Not quite the big chest he was hoping to see, I bet.
There's a few big chests in here, but it's only Baronade that's actually got anything.
Nilla Bosky. So is Gogeta going to just beat up Morpha and leave Water Temple? Which would put him very close to that mirror shield that he needs. Or is he gonna full clear it and spend another 5 minutes?
JRP in chat was just say what I was literally thinking, which is like, maybe he's gonna, maybe he wouldn't have minded getting that Floras at Bumtree Bowling after all. But not going to save any time in the water because of it.
I mean, he's raising the water level. He might just be... I mean, he certainly wants to beat up Morpha first. The question is, does he go back in afterwards? Or does he push his luck and do some more overworld checks?
Really hope he decides to do overworld checks so that we've got
for his sake and for the sake of having a thrilling race to the very end, I would certainly hope that he does overworld checks, goes to find that mirror shield in Hyrule Field Scrub Grotto.
Yeah, maybe we've got a race on our hands for sure. Very quick kill on Warfare.
Yep. Ye OD Zero Cycle.
But two very tricky parts to that trick. Both of them pretty much pretty much perfect. Not too much leeway it allows you. So if you can one cycle that, then yeah, you're a good player of this game. Funnily enough, but this is the top 64 players in the world. So
yep. The zero cycle, by the way, is certainly only possible in Randomizer because you only get a cutscene, or you only skip the Morpher cutscene in Rando.
Mm-hmm.
And Gogeta choosing to ignore the small key that Morpher gave us, so he is not going back in. Folks, we might have ourselves a race. Yeah, he's going to check adult lake checks, sure, but still.
I mean, that's putting him in the right direction. It's
going around the lake is certainly favorable or preferable over going through the entirety of Water Temple here. Was not a small key? Looked like a small key to me, but I might have just missed that. Okay, a piece of heart on Shoot the Sun. Oh no! No, don't do it, Gogeta, no!
Okay, yeah, I think that's...
I wanted to check Lex maybe and just warp it back to water? Yes, he did.
Yeah,
he wanted to check what's on Lex.
Okay, there's still a chance. If you want a close race, there's still a chance.
But only if he decides to only do lake checks and not head back into water here. Not equipping the iron boots. He's doing lake checks.
It's probably still going to take him too long. But Alfalfa's
we will see. Alfalfa still needs to do water, and Vanilla Bosky is not normally the first location you check. Mirror Shield is in Hyrule Field, Scrub Grotto. Just outside Lake.
Literally about a minute and a half, possibly less, walk away. But he is slowly sort of making his way there, so that's why there's still a race. If he keeps going...
Yep. Again, if
there's
he...
a chance.
If he does that Mirror Shield check and then immediately heads back into Spirit, which he has done all he could without the Mirror Shield, we have ourselves a race, and he's certainly heading the right way. And welcome in to the Silver Gauntlets.
Just as the race is starting to get closer.
We got ourselves a race going, folks.
Maybe.
Yeah. Gogeta is missing his Mirror Shield. His Mirror Shield is right outside the lake entrance. He's in the Scrub Grotto in Hyrule Field. Alfalfa is basically about to be in go mode, is going to find a bomb back on Baronade, and is going to find his long shot just outside the door of this dungeon in Zora's Fountain Fairy. Water Bosky is in Vanilla location. So it's not the first place you check in Water Temple. So Alfalfa still has to do some work here to get that boss key and to beat Baronade. Beat Morpha, I should say.
And Toffa making a good point that Gogeta really can go mode Spirit, as he already has the big key for Twin Rover. So that's another point in his favour, and not having to age change at all.
But if he warps away now, it's all going to be over. Oh, nope, he's grabbing a
That's
Pona.
A Pona, I think.
He's heading into field. We've got ourselves a race going.
Have a race. Yep. Yeah, he's equipped the hammer. We are getting Hyrule Field checks. He hasn't forgotten, which is the important bit.
Greetings go out to the Silver Gauntlets again. Gonna stop his horse here, gonna check that grotto, and gonna be very annoyed.
A sublime mixture of happiness and annoyance.
Yeah. Hook shot, long shot for alfalfafield, and 5 literal seconds later, mirror shield for Gogeta, go mode for both of them. It's a race. Who's going to finish their respective final temple first?
At this point, I don't know. Gogeta's got the boss key. He's got everything he needs.
I think Gogeta might actually be in a slight advantage here, yeah.
It's really close anyway. This is what we were hoping it would be. Finally, yeah. Gogeta, we've been saying it for the last 45 minutes, it seems like.
Yeah.
Just do Hyrule Field.
I mean, 2 restreams in a row where I commentate and, like, you really need to do Hyrule Field.
Well, I think Gogeta maybe learned from that stream then, because I'm
Who
pretty
knows?
Sure he was watching that one.
But whatever it was, Gogeta got his Go Mode item, Alfalfa got his, and we've got ourselves a race going. Depends now on how quick can Alfalfa find that vanilla boss key in Water Temple versus how quick can Gogeta deal with Troll Rover.
If Alfalfa just big brains it and goes straight to the vanilla boss key because it's got a feeling, then I think he's back in the lead. But
for certain, but that's just standard routing through Water Temple. What we see from Alfalfa here, and that's completely reasonable. We in Restream obviously have the advantage of knowing exactly where that boss key is hiding. Alfalfa can't know that.
I'm with you, Goomba. I agree.
I think you got that right, Goomba. So, for those watching on YouTube later, Goomba just said, if Alfalfa loses because he does Compass Chest first, I reserve the right to mock this route for the rest of time. And you know what? That's fair. Just a small chest behind Cracked Wall, not bothering with that one.
Alright. So Twin Rover's just starting as Alfalfa is still
hunting for that boss key. So the Morpha boss fight is certainly faster. But
even
will that...
optimally, it's still going to be at least a minute before he finds that boss key. Even if he goes right there, right now, somehow.
Hey, alfalfafield. Welcome to chat. Someone dropped in to watch the ending here. This is a close race.
One. Yeah, this is going to be really close.
Yeah,
it is Alfalfa. Yeah.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, we are watching this restream on a time delay. Our runners are also what you are seeing right now on our restream happened 20 minutes ago. So by the time this airs, our runners, quite obviously, otherwise Alfalfa wouldn't be in chat, are done with their race. So we'll see how it ended in just a few minutes here on Zelda Speedruns. Almost said the name of that other channel there.
Alright, well, first part of the Twin Rover fight went pretty smoothly. So
yep.
It's not what Alfalfa will be wanting to be happening, for obvious reasons.
No, Alfalfa is going to get his boss key right now.
If you know, you know.
I I am being bullied by the Silver Gauntlets crew. And you know what? I deserve it. And there's boss key in Water Temple for Alfalfa, just as Gogeta is done fighting Twin Rover. So Gogeta is now definitely about a minute in the lead, even if Alfalfa can do an optimal Morpha boss fight.
Yeah, I mean, Gogeta was pretty much optimal on both Morpha and Twin Rover, which can both be kind of trolly, and he did them basically perfect, so Alfalfa's going to have to at least do that.
Yeah, but this is still anybody's race to win, because just a few mistakes against the enemies in the Ganon's tower climb, and this lead can turn into being a few seconds behind right quick.
Chat with a good point that when you do finally beat Morpha, that if it's your last boss, that just feels so slow. The whole draining of the water from the room. It's like, just hurry up, I'm in go mode.
Yeah, that cutscene of Morpha dying basically just feels
So
like an eternity
slow.
at that point. And here's Gogeta materializing the Rainbow Bridge into Ganon's castle, and Alfalfa not getting the zero cycle on Morpha. Has to go into the corner, has to pull the amoeba out of the water the first time it shows up. And Morpha is not cooperating today. Really not cooperating. Jumping back into the water, this
is pretty much GG, I think, at this point.
I think that is, at this point, Gogeta's race to lose.
Morpho really is trolling though. This is just unfortunate.
Oh, what a way to be trolled by this game. Man, that sucks.
And that last minute turnaround as well, with Gogeta slowly making his way towards the mirror shield. The slowest way he could have got there, did every check possible to not go get the mirror shield, but eventually did. And as someone in chat pointed out, but it's scrolled up and I can't check, that forest dip, that's basically...
Yeah, that would have been more than enough for Alfalfa to be in the lead right now, had he not done that. But, you know, you get a hookshot pointing you towards Queen Goma in Lost Woods.
Go for density. You've got
99 out of 100 times that points you to forest. As I said earlier, who the hell thinks that this is meant to be your logical right side GTG axis? That is ridiculous.
Some crazy logic. And we can thank Sam and Baseball for that. So, both these runners know what they're getting into as soon as they see, oh, Baseball's a race mod. Okay.
And Cemetery's rolling.
I hope Cemetery's not. I hope Cemetery's not restream, and then Cemetery pops up in race time room, and they're like, oh, no.
2:35 behind. Thanks, Bonzari, for keeping track of time for us here.
Wow, so close.
That is
and
so
could have
close.
Been even closer. If that Morpha had gone well, we'd be looking at a minute between them,
maybe. Like this, it's probably about to be Alfalfa entering the Ganondorf fight when Gogeta is done with phase 1 of Ganon. This is a lead that's difficult to catch up with what's remaining in the game, unless Gogeta, and knock on wood that doesn't happen, dies either to Ganondorf or Ganon. In any case, this is Ganondorf done for Gogeta.
Yeah, with how smoothly Gogeta's been dispatching bosses today.
I can't see it happening, to be honest.
It wasn't really likely that he would grow up on one of the easier bosses, even much easier than Morpha, for goodness sake. To like one cycle anyway. But the edge was for Alfalfa for the... Was it? Oh no, it was Gogeta with the horseback archery, actually, yeah. Just a casual 1700 like it was nothing.
And could have done even more, I think. Wasted about 1 or 2 arrows just after reaching 1500.
And Mao, yeah, exactly. This is the power of the PC keyboard, you see. It can not only type in chat, but play at the same time.
Keyboard gang represent.
One-handed Zelda. It's achievable.
Yep. Oh, Alfalfa taking a flight on Iron Knuckle Airways here. But just the one.
Double
Dispatching
defense
Salt and
helping.
Pepper.
Also nice to get bodied into like the stairs and not across the room. So that feels pretty good. What isn't going to feel very good though probably is the dot done coming up in the second that Alfalfa is about to read. But we already know has read since he's with us in chat, watching the ending of this with us.
Yep. And that is phase 2 of Ganon down. All that's left to do now is slice us up some bacon. Princess Zelda giving the final fry of that fresh pork belly. And with that, get your GGs in chat for Gogeta, who's about to win this race with a time of 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 21 seconds. So close to being all twos.
Wow. One more second, Gogeta. One more second.
Couldn't have waited 1 more second, Gogeta.
Almost all the twos.
And GG's.
GG's.
Congratulations to both of you. What a way! What a race!
Yeah, GG.
Alfalfa, we can't quite hear you yet, but
GG to Alfalfa and Gogeta, who are both in here.
yep. Welcome in any case, and I mean, what a race, Gogeta. I can't say it any other way. You snatched victory from the jaws of defeat with your decision to not go back into Water Temple there.
Yeah, what was bad? Yeah,
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now,
Hey,
Alfalfa.
GG's
Great.
Alfalfa.
Hey, GG Gogeta. Good close race.
It was a great race, really, really good race.
That was amazing.
It looked like it was Alfalfa was going to win this one, as Gogeta was slowly making his way through Adult Lake checks towards the Mirror Shield. It was sort of a race between them. You both got your go modes literally within seconds of each other. So that's how close it was. Different go modes.
Yeah, I made a really, in retrospect, a really poor decision. I was expecting Longshot to be in Shadow. I was just playing towards that, so instead of going to Jabu after Deku, I did some cleanup in Lost Woods. I bought the bean. I was getting myself set up to go and plant the bean, get Din's Fire, go Adult, and do Shadow. I figured, like, if Longshot had been somewhere right along the way, I was already behind, and so I made the wrong call there. So it didn't work out for me. I think that probably would have saved me a couple of minutes if I'd gone right to Jabu. Don't know if it would have been enough.
I think it would have been enough. Basically, either of those two routing decisions, cleaning up Child as you did, or the choice to not dip Forest Temple would have basically saved you that race.
Yeah, Forest would have tipped it as well. So that kind of hurts. But I'm glad that it was a close race. It was probably pretty entertaining to watch.
That was hella fun to watch.
I mean, yeah, you guys literally were like neck and neck. It just came down to you had water, and Gogeta already mostly cleared spirits, so.
Did the fifth path hint turn up? I only had Twinrova, Goma, King Dodongo, and Morpha. I never got a path hint for.
It did. It wasn't
found.
found.
What was it?
GTG to Baronade.
GTG to
Yeah, I never
Baronade.
got
Okay.
the Goma.
With the scale.
Scale, yeah.
For the scale, exactly. So everything was pointing at that right side of the maze.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was useless.
Yeah, not very useful for sure. Although if I'd had that, I probably wouldn't have dipped forest. So, and I'm guessing that the path to what was it? The Rudo's letter path to Twin Rova was a lens in ice or in fountain or something.
Well,
No, I found the lens.
Where was the lens?
First bombable in the wall.
Oh, okay, yeah, I saw that big chest. I didn't have explosives. What was that path? DMC path to Twin River. I got Minuet and I got Rudo's letter. Oh, Rudo's letter for bomb bag.
Rudo's letter for bomb bag. Yep, exactly.
Oh, that's
Just
me.
That
finish
bomb
the
bag
dungeon.
in that bomb bag in on Baronade was the first logical bomb bag. The bomb bag that you found in Spirit was bomb block because
Yeah.
as I was reminded
Yeah.
during the restream, basically the entirety of Adult Spirit is bomb locked because of that BMOS in the lobby.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew right away that wasn't the first bomb bag. I was expecting a bomb bag in Jabu. I was just assuming that everything that was bomb locked was also Epona locked, or the other way around, something like that.
Basically correct. I mean, Kakariko to Morpha for Epona led to the scale. And yeah. Everything basically led into GTG. All the hints.
Yeah, everything was behind Epona.
Mm.
Yeah.
But that was the only really trolly part about the seed. I called it early on in the seed how fun it would be if all our long dungeons
Didn't need to do any of them.
didn't need to do any of those because they were on the stones, and I mean none of them came into play. Or
Well,
would have
at
needed
least
to
you got
come
to see
into
the
play.
forest courtyard. Yeah,
Exactly.
Everyone thanks you from the depths of their hearts for that, I'm sure.
so exciting.
We also got to see Early Fire by Gogeta.
Oh,
Which
it
I'm
was
assuming
one
was
check.
empty, yeah?
There's a couple of keys and nothing else, I think. I don't remember any fire.
I just
I think
got
the worst thing about this
seed
seed was the starting spawn. The starting spawn was just awful. I hate that one. That's the worst one, I think.
The Lake
Lake?
Hylia one.
Yeah, just right in lake. Like you're walking so far before you can do anything. Your time of day is already ruined. It's just such a crappy spawn.
I mean, can't really argue with that.
Yeah, no chickens, no ice cavern, no stone dungeons.
I almost went ice. My toss up was ice or forest because I was expecting Requiem and ice with that Rudo's letter path to Twin Rova. I thought, well, I could do ice. I'll fish for the Kokiri sword first in forest, and then by the time I was done with forest, I thought better of it.
What made you bail on forest? I mean, you had the full kit to clear it.
Oh well, I knew that like 2 out of my next 3 checks were going to be small keys. It was just so long, and I knew there were other long shot or hook shot lock checks in GTG in water. So like, I figured I'd just play towards density rather than carry on in forest when I knew I wouldn't get anything for a while.
All right, makes sense. Well, I mean, I'm kind of out of questions. Ginger, how about you?
It was pretty straightforward. I'm just really glad it was a close race. It's a shame to see. I do want to say it's a shame to see another one of the keyboard players leave the tournament because I always enjoy watching the keyboard players. So
That was the last one. That's it. There's no more
to be
left.
honest. Blame FMZ.
Yeah,
Well-
FMZ could have won S5. I don't know. I'm sure he has good reasons for not participating, but I would have picked him to win overall. So
FMZ is very strong. Yeah. So
I think he
yeah.
didn't join because of time zone issues.
oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Well, I gotta say, like, I lost this race by 3 minutes. The other race I also lost by about 3 minutes. It kind of hurts to go out this way, but like, I'm pleased that I was able to compete at a high level, and I'm really happy to have been part of this tournament. And Gogeta, I really hope you do well in your next race, which I think is against Mr. Mario.
That is correct.
Is that right?
Gogeta's
Oh my God,
moving on
yeah.
to face Mr. Mario.
You're gonna need all the luck you can get, man. Good luck.
Yeah, that's gonna be
I need it.
That is definitely one to look forward to.
Mr.
If
Mario
I didn't lose today, I was gonna lose then. So.
Yeah, Mr. Mario, a number 3 seed, and I mean, despite being in the loser bracket, by somehow losing against Fluflush, certainly a contender for the overall winner of this tournament.
Still.
So, yeah, I mean, I wish you the best of luck, Gogeta, and of course Mr. Mario as well.
Gogeta's showing is pretty good, so if
absolutely.
breaks away, I can see Gogeta taking him down. It'll be fun to watch.
I hope so.
that is for sure. It's going to be a hype match.
It really is.
That being said, commiserations, Alfalfa, on reaching the end of the road in this tournament here.
Well, now I get to check out these league settings everybody's been doing since they lost out of the tournament.
You're going to miss CSMC.
I am. It's a fun setting. Season 3 of League. I'm calling it now.
You might be right. I'd like to see it. We'll see.
Well, with that, we'll wrap up things here. Again, GG, Alfalfa, and Gogeta. Thanks for the wonderful race. Good luck further in the tournament, Gogeta. Shout outs to Tobias and Ginger Sunny for being amazing comms on this. Shout out to our trackers, Tenacious Toad, and Mighty Mouse, who will smack me again since I said before their name. And then thanks, Baseball, for race monitoring this. And I am your amazing restreamer, Cemetery. We are going to now go raid Zelda Speedruns 2, where they're doing a Majora's Mask co-op tournament race.
Oh, awesome.
Oh.
Exciting.